been to Daytona?
Two
Okay.
times.
If this time you could only do one thing while you're here, what would that be?
It's all about the motorcycle racing for me.
Okay. Motorcycle racing. Nice. A real enthusiast. I love it. Okay, now Mike, listen, if somebody's coming to Daytona for their first time, what's the one must-do you would tell them? If they can only do one thing.
Oh, God. Well, I think Main Street. Main Street is it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other really cool stuff, but Main Street is the heart of it.
Hey, listen, you've been to Daytona for years and years. If you could only do one thing while in Daytona, what would that be?
You know what, I gotta tell you, I love riding up to St. Augustine along the coast.
Okay. Now, Dave, you've been coming to Daytona many, many years. If you could only do one thing in Daytona, what would it be?
Go to Willie's show.
Nice. We haven't heard that one yet. Nobody's talked about Willie's show. That's a
I
good one.
love Willie's show. It's the best.
You've been to Daytona many times before, but if you could only do one thing while you're here, only one thing, what would you do?
I did it this morning. Julie and I went out on the beach. We walked up and down the beach and she picked up shells.
Nice. If you were only allowed to do one thing during Daytona, what would that be?
Should ride, because we're here, you know how it is.
Yeah.
We don't get to ride much, we're here working.
Yeah.
This is business for us, and every inch we get on that bike and ride, it's just, you gotta take advantage of it.
I got a question for you. If you could only do one thing during Daytona Bike Week, what would you do?
If I could only do one thing, Willie's Tropical Tattoo Bike Show.
If you could only do one thing during Bike Week, what would you do?
I would go down Ponce Inlet and sit on the docks and watch the dolphins come in on the Intercoastal. That is
awesome.
one of my favorites.
If you could only do one thing while you're here at Daytona, what would you do?
It's time to rock and roll.
I don't know. I really have a thing for those big pork chops over at Full Moon.
All three of them to go here.
They're pretty good.
So like if you had one day to come down to Daytona, you'd head right over there and grab a big pork chop.
I would probably have to get one. At least one time, while I'm here.
Maybe get one wrapped up in foil to go.
Yeah, maybe eat one and then take one to go.
I was filmed by Rally TV, Daytona 2012.